Hello everyone, welcome to MediaNama. Recently, the Uttar Pradesh police sent a legal notice to microblogging platform X regarding the handle at Liverdoc run by Dr. Abby Phillips, who claims to combat health-related misinformation on the platform. The police has alleged that the content posted by Liverdoc or Dr. Phillips violated provisions of the Information Technology Act. Early May, the RaeBareli police in Uttar Pradesh had also filed an FIR against Dr. Phillips, alleging that the doctor has been trying to defame AYUSH and Homeopathy system for treatment. The issue has triggered a debate about legitimate speech, review, or criticism of certain products or practices and the scope of defamation provisions under the law. We have with us MediaNama journalist Valerie Sanskiri, who will give us more information about the case. Hi, Valerie. So why is Liverdoc or Dr. Abby Phillips facing legal actions? Could you please tell us something about his content that lands him up in trouble?
So the liver doctor basically, in his own words, I suppose he fact checks whatever information is out there related to healthcare. And basically, whatever does not meet the standards of allopathic medicine, he describes them as such that it does not match the standard. So according to him, it does not make sense to practice whatever medication is being suggested. So, for example, in case of Ayush, there are a lot of alternative medicines that come under Ayush. For example, Ayurveda that a lot of people in India practice. Now, this is a traditional practice that a lot of Indians follow, and a lot of people also say that they find benefits out of it. Now, I'm pretty sure that this liver doctor must have made a lot of videos, or at least a considerable amount of videos critiquing how this Ayush practice works. And wherever he has found that it does not make sense, he has, in no frivolous words, said that it does not make sense. Now, because of this, he faces a lot of backlash from these fields or the people who practice in these fields. So, in this case, this person, I think his name is Dr. Rajneesh, who is an Ayurveda doctor. He has filed this case against the liver doctor or Dr. Abby Phillips, saying that he has basically defamed Ayush as an overarching theme. So, just for people to remember, Ayush is not one thing, it is a term that is used to represent multiple medicinal practices. So, homeopathy, Ayurveda, umami practices,
Mhm.
or I'm not sure what the exact term is over there, but a
Hmm.
lot of such practices come under this term. And Dr. Rashnish has said that he has basically insulted the people who practice medicine under these fields by saying that it does not make sense. Now, to be fair, Dr. Abby Phillips has faced allegations like these before. I think last year in September, his account was also suspended because he uh, made certain allegations against Himalaya Wellness Corporation and their products. So it's not new for him to get allegations like these. But what's interesting here is the fact that he has basically used his social media platform to critique something. And he is facing an allegation saying that he has defamed something, and that in itself is something to consider because defamation is usually against a person, not a thing. And the other thing is that the section under which he has been charged is also under certain ambiguity.
Right. So on what basis has the UP police sent a notice to the platform X in addition to filing an FIR against the doctor?
So the first letter, the original letter that Dr. Phillips got, it mentioned Section 66 of the IT Act. Now, this is different from Section 66A of the IT Act. So, the 66 provision basically says that if a person has done something dishonestly or done any fraudulent activity, then they can be charged under Section 66. On the other hand, Section 66A, as we know, has been down by the Supreme Court because to some extent it was said to be muzzling free speech online. So we wanted clarity on what exactly is happening over here, and so we had contacted the RaeBareli police and asked them under exactly what sections has the doctor been charged. Now the thing is that apparently this is just it was originally just a first information report. It's not he has not specifically been charged under anything yet. The charge sheet hasn't been made, is what the police officer told me. Basically, what this means is that they have only asked the doctor to come to RaeBareli before their police
Hmm.
station and answer whatever questions they have to answer, they have to ask, and based on that, they will decide under what section the person will be charged with. So, according to them, it's too soon to say under what section this person should be charged, or even if they should be charged. Because, like I said, Dr. Rajneesh, he's a homeopathic doctor, not an Ayurvedic doctor. He has said that Dr. Phillips is defaming Ayush and homeopathy. But like I said, this is a practice. Only a person can be defamed. So again, this allegation does not make sense. So I feel in its entirety, the charge is likely to be dismissed, but it
Hmm.
depends on whether the doctor actually manages to have contact with the Raebareli police and sort out all this confusion. Because on the one hand, the doctor also lives in a different state. He lives in Kerala, so he technically cannot appear before the police station right now.
Right. So you're saying we do not really have a clarity regarding the exact provision of law under which the complaint was initially registered. And
Correct. The FIR says section 66.
hmm,
But again, when I spoke to the concerned officer, he said that it is too soon to share any exact information on what charges have been levied upon the doctor.
right. And what is the current status of the case? Are there any new developments in it?
So, what had happened was in the original document that Dr. Phillips had received, the person to whom that notice was addressed was factually incorrect. It did not properly specify his address or his name, which is why it seems that he had at first chosen to ignore the notice. But
Hmm.
now he has received an he has received a notice from the platform X, the microblogging platform X, saying that they have received a notice from the UP police asking them to shut down his Twitter account. So
Hmm.
now, as it stands, it seems that his account is again under threat of being either suspended or shut down because of this allegation.
What does this say about free speech, legitimate reviews, which also includes journalistic works, and the scope of defamation provision under Indian law?
So I'm sure it must be discouraging to a lot of people. Like I mentioned, Dr. Phillips only looks at certain medical claims made and weighs whether or not there is any merit to the claims that are made, like in the case of Himalaya Wellness Corporation, or in the case of these medicinal folks saying that Ayush practices work. So in this tweet, in one of his tweet, he has mentioned that these kind of allegations or these kind of FIRs are not new for him. He was once summoned to the Kerala Police Commissioner's office and he had to waste an outpatient day. So in that sense, I suppose that it has a certain muzzling effect on online speech because people wouldn't want to offend anyone by saying something that they feel can get them in trouble. Uh, as for journalistic practices, I'm not sure what to say here. Again, it depends on what exactly are the allegations made here. But till now, the police has not really been clear on what exactly the
Hmm.
charges are. So I think to some extent, even the doctor is at a loss on what to do.
Right. Thanks, Valerie. For our viewers, if you're curious about tech policy news, do check out our website medianama.com and follow our YouTube channel for more such explainers. Thank you.